You know what I'm hearing? You are meant to be happy. Not just happy, but full of joy. And there's been so many incidents, so many people, especially those that you actually care about, certain family members that I've mentioned this before, but I need to say it again. They were almost preying on you or praying for you when situations, a crossroad was coming into your life, and these were during the times that you didn't really know exactly what to say to who and whether you should trust certain people or not. I'm hearing that they wanted you to suffer the way that they did, like in a personal way. Like they were very conflicted because you are that apple that's rolling down the hill. You're not the apple that's going to fall off the tree and hang around to repeat the way that people have lived in your generation. You are the one that's rolling down the hill and experiencing something new, the one who isn't afraid to risk it. And in those periods where you were actually risking it and you were following your spirit team, God, and going down that path, there were people in your family, people in your friend group that were genuinely praying for certain people to enter your life or certain people to not see you for who you are. And it was from a place of them feeling stuck in their own situation. Like, especially I'm getting strongly like a parent figure, somebody that raised you, like someone that you actually want to make proud, right? This could be an absent father for some of you, or a mother who has sacrificed a lot. Is something like that, where they kind of, even if they didn't want to, they did want to see you suffer a little bit, to the extent that it wouldn't feel like they would have to feel jealous about your life. Like, it's a very deep energy. And I'm saying this because you're about to face a lot of joy. And it's because you've gone without for a very long time. You've allowed the chips to fall where they may, and opportunities that were supposed to be granted to you without supposed hiccups, right, were filled with so much backstabbing energy. They were filled with so much pain. So much fell through the cracks. And this happened partly because of these energies around you that, to be honest with you, like, maybe they didn't want to see you fail, but they didn't want you to succeed to the extent that you were born to. Like, they didn't want you to succeed in the element of joy. And it has nothing to do with perhaps, having some stability. Like, these energies are okay if you have stability, but if you are suffering some deep-rooted, like, mistreatment, like they are going through, like, they didn't want you to be flourishing, to be seen for who you are, and to be loved back. Like, this is the energy that I'm getting, and it has a lot to do with the fact that you are very lovable. And these energies know that. Like, they know that, and they feel like if you were to have that, like this windfall of joy, it almost makes them feel like they have to sit deeper in the places of their life that they didn't want to grow in. Like, they'd have to actually face themselves. And in many ways, there are energies or people that love you. And it's funny because everyone around them knows. Everyone around you knows except you. It's almost like people have held back from you on purpose. Like, they didn't want to be seen loving you. Like, this is the kind of energy I'm picking up on right now. They wanted to sort of show you, like, they wanted to show you that you're not special. Like, they wanted to show you that you're replaceable. Like, they wanted to show you something, to be honest, that you weren't even showing them, that you didn't deserve to be shown. But this happened because of all these energies around you that were breathing down your neck, like these energies that are very close to your bloodline. They were almost preying on you, and they're doing it against their own benefit. They were doing it because a lack of knowledge, to be honest with you. A lack of knowledge to understand that if you were to actually roll down that hill, you will be bringing fresh air to them. You will be a cause of joy, not just for yourself, but it will be plenty enough to share. They didn't understand that because you're doing something new. Like, you're risking something that a lot of people in your generation did not risk. Like, you're seeing things in a new way that you were never taught firsthand. Like, these are things that you're teaching yourself to the point where these energies could feel like, where did you come up with this from? Like, who really are you? Like, you may have felt like an isolated member in your family, like you're actually maybe not a part of them. Like, maybe you've even had stories told to you, like, personally, this is a personal one for me, that you were adopted or you were given, and it might even be a lie, but in terms of spiritually speaking, like, you came bearing gifts, and for many reasons that you know personally between you and God, a lot of things were withheld from you in this life. A lot of things that you actually really deserved, like you were the one who actually deserved it because you gave it out so freely, was withheld from you. And you've reached a point in your life, maybe right now, as I'm picking up on the energy, where you don't give a shit anymore. It's like, okay, well, you have it so abundantly in you. You've harnessed the energy of love so much in you where you're not insecure. You are self-validated right now. And you're going to receive a lot of joy. Like, this is what I've been hearing since yesterday. And it just makes me feel so giddy because it's so free-flowing. Like, the frequency is so natural. Like, the natural order of things are going to be placed. And more often than not, these energies that may have been praying for you to either go back to relationships that were hurting you, and, you know, they may have made it seem like, oh, because it's the right thing to do. But deep down, like, their gut knew you were doing the right thing. Their gut knows. Like, even though you might be speaking a new language to them, they understand you. And a part of them is, like, very conflicted by this. But you're about to show them, like, this is what I'm hearing. People are about to witness a lot of miracles through you. And these miracles are seemingly subtle. They're very subtle. It's like a very subtle but powerful shift in your magnetism, in your frequency, to the point where, like, how do I even explain this? You're about to experience so much joy, like, from within. Like, it's an overflowing. Your cup is overflowing. And everything that was withheld from you, like, you're not going to want it. Like, this is what I'm hearing. Like, the stuff that was withheld from you in your full frequency, in your highest being, right? It's the stuff that you wouldn't even crave or want. Like, and you might still get it. I'm not saying you won't get it. You might still get it. But if you were able to see clearly the way that you are right now, if you're able to see it if you were able to see yourself for who you are, for everything that you are now, the way you do now, you wouldn't have wanted it. You wouldn't have craved these people, these things, these external validations. And this is why they're coming for you. And if you're getting this video, you've prevailed. You've prevailed over a lot of these prayers that were being done against you, seemingly for you. You've prevailed over the confusion that people have brought to you. And I'm not saying it's over, because the stuff that maybe was denied to you, this is what I'm getting as well, the final message here. The stuff that was denied to you at that time when you were in a state of being preserved, it's going to come to you now. But you're going to have to use a lot of discernment, because these people or these energies that are coming back or that are trying to make themselves available to you now, it's because something has changed in your frequency. It's because they know that you actually don't want them or need them anymore. And so you have to think about what kind of mentality would bring somebody back, that feels like now it's coming from a place of them needing to take something from you. Because I'm not the kind of person who's like, okay, where were you when I needed you? But to be honest with you, that makes a little bit of sense, because if people aren't going to be willing to love you at a point where they think that, you're like low, if they're not able to love you from that place, to see past the fact that maybe you weren't seeing yourself fully. What are they here for now? Like, there's going to be a lot of that. And you're going to see the people, the specific people that may have been either praying against you, seemingly for you. You're going to see something in their energy that's a little bit childlike. Almost like they're feeling hurt, like they'd want to get you to get some attention to these wounds of theirs. Like, I don't know how to explain it exactly. I'm seeing it in visions, but I'm lacking words right now. But you're going to see them say certain phrases like, "You really don't care about me now, do you?" Or phrases like that really point attention towards their wounds, but they don't acknowledge the fact that they were praying for the wrong things for you. They were praying for you to be stuck in the same cycle. But I'm going to say this again. You are that apple that rolled down the hill. You are the exception to the rule. And it's not because you were miraculously chosen to do so. No, because you meticulously worked. You constantly worked on yourself. You didn't constantly point fingers outside, and when you did, you pointed it right back in. You were given those options, and you chose yourself. You chose to just take accountability. You chose to grow from these circumstances. And so you deserve what you're getting. You deserve the joy that's coming to you. You deserve the joy that you are. And that's it. That's the message here. I really hope you got it. And congratulations. Like, we're really growing as a collective. Like, there are so many minuscule changes that happen, little tweaks here and there. But then you step back and you see the full painting, and it's like, oh, it's huge. It's a huge, grand scheme change that's taking place, and we need to celebrate it. So, yeah, until next time. As always, I don't reach out. These people make new channels all the time, and you guys email me still, even though I say it on every single video. It's not me. I never reach out. Let me just say this, right? If the comment that you're receiving doesn't have a gray shade saying light_shield_ shaded gray, it's not the creator. That's really the easiest way you can see it. No matter what kind of picture they use, don't get scammed. Anyway, everything you need is in the description box as usual. Ciao.